Good afternoon. My name is Shireen Dickens.
I'm Clyde Morrison.
And we are here with the business of cleaning. So today I have a very exciting topic that we all don't know much about. It is CRMs. And I have here the master, the absolute master at CRMs and systems. This is Clive. He runs and develops his own CRM. So we are here and ready to find out. So if you need to know what a CRM even is, how is it important to your business, what does it do, how powerful is it, I need you guys to get excited because it's really like the suitcase at the end of Pulp Fiction. It's gold, it's glowing, it's good for your company. You don't know what it is, but you've got to be excited. So Clive, here we are. And first big question, we all want to know, what is a CRM? What do those letters even stand for?
CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, right?
Dang, I bet you a lot of y'all didn't know that.
So, a lot of people don't know that, right? Because it's a buzzword thrown around. And CRM, depending on what kind of software, there's software that say they're CRMs, and they're not really, but CRMs mostly manage the sales and marketing of your business, all right? So it allows, we talked about another video, scheduling systems, right? Mm-hmm. And that manages your clients and your cleaners. And there's CRMs that can do a lot of that work, but most of them are more focused on making sure that your sales and marketing are aligned, right? Making sure how do you get leads, tracking those leads, and bringing them through the sales pipeline until they become clients.
That sounds like something we all need because most of our CRMs are in here. We get our own sales, we track our own leads, we call our own clients, and we have no way of systematically following up with them, keeping in touch with them, or anything like that.
Yeah, so most of the times, and as I said, people have a system, right? Like you said, it's in their head. And
that's where mine used to be before I got the CRM.
Exactly. So you don't have no system. You have a system that's in your head, but it's not predictable, right? You just people when do you call your client? Like every 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Like you just I follow up with them. I forgot to follow up with Mary, or this person called me. I never called them again. And so a CRM allows you, right? First, let's talk about leads. Just having most CRMs now. They have website builders in there where you can drive traffic to them. They have, numbers. If you're integrating with your Google ads, if you haven't seen that video, watch that, where you can start having the numbers of how many people are coming to your website, how many people are looking at your ad, and you're seeing that. And then the biggest thing about a CRM is the actual when they come into your pipeline.
What is a pipeline?
So pipelines, just seeing where we want to categorize a contact, right? And you can divide it up any kind of way. The most basic pipeline would be like somebody's a lead, in the cleaning business, you give them a quote, right? And then they became a client, right?
Oh, so that's basically the client information. Their name, their phone number, their email, what they want done.
So it's not just their client information, because I don't like to say client, right? Because they're not a client yet. At every stage, somebody is a different categorizing, right? It's like saying, hey, today you just met somebody. Tomorrow, it's like when the girl says, she asks you, what are we? Right? You know what I'm saying?
You just met, I'm your girlfriend.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
It takes steps before we get there.
But there's some girls, but there's some guys that be like, yes, you're my girlfriend right now. And that's how that client actually works. So it's like, hey, you're asking, when somebody gives you a quote and you say, what's the quote? And they're like, it's such and such a price. Like, yes, I want to buy right now, right? That means they're ready to get married. They're ready to engage. They're ready to have that relationship with you.
Oh, that makes sense. That was a good correlation.
So some people don't actually. So we want to be able to say, hey, I just met you, right? Some people are ready to jump that bridge right now. Hey, I just met you, but I'm ready to jump in and get a relationship with you. Some people are like, no, I got to learn more about you. I need to take more time. So that's when the lead comes in. Okay. Now, you meet somebody. And you say, hey, can I get your phone number? And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, you can get my phone number. Now you can contact that person.
Gotcha.
They trust you enough that you can contact them, right? Because everybody doesn't want to give you their information. They don't want to tell you your name. They don't want to give you your information. Now we can make sure that we're engaging with them, but we have to follow up. Give somebody your phone number and they never call you, you're gonna forget about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And you call them 2 years later, and they be like, I already got somebody. Right? And we already found a cleaner. So you have to make sure that you're engaging, but not harassing. and there's a fine line. But that having a system allows you to understand, because you'll learn first better with a coach, because somebody who's been there and done that says, hey, call them every day or email them once a week, or so things like that. Once they go through the quoting, you have them at that stage, and then you have them at the last stage where they become a client, and you're tracking that so you can see, okay, we have this many people who are our leads, they've actually filled out a form, we have this many people who we've given a quote to, and we have this many people who have bought our services, and we have this many people who are recurring clients.
That is invaluable information to be able to see in one space. So in the past, my CRM was my notebook. I literally just in random pages, I would keep customers' information, or someone that I met somewhere that may need a cleaning, or someone who said that their uncle owns a store that I may need to contact. And the system was so random that it did not bring in consistent new clients. When you have a system like this, it allows you to track what clients are coming in and making sure you're bringing in new ones, and also see where to put your money towards as far as marketing is concerned, like what's actually bringing in the leads to your CRM.
So you can have I always like to equate this because software, of course, is great, right?
Yeah.
When you're by yourself, you can have your notebook. Yeah. But even people don't, so let's say there's people who are systematic with their notebook, right? And they're systematic. But when you're the CEO, you want to delegate that. Yeah. Because what happens is that, people are like, oh, well, I'm systematic. I do all of that. I follow up with email, and I follow up with text, and I do everything you say. You said that I'm the follow-up king. That's how I get referrals, right?
Yeah.
But how do you pass that off? Can you take a vacation? Can you pass that to somebody else and let them actually execute the same way you would execute?
Exactly.
And that's why that's why the CRM is so important in software, because now you can pass that off. So if I come in and I have all these people in the pipeline, I pass it off to a VA or to another person, and they look in the pipeline, they know, okay, John, he just gave a quote yesterday, it's time to email him. Or better yet, you have automation that's automatically emailing him, right? And then we emailed him, he responded, and we know the VA is supposed to call now. But all of that can be in a system where it gets it out of your head. So you can do it by yourself with a notebook, right? You can do it by yourself in your head. But if you really want to become the CEO and just organizing business activities, allowing people to execute the way with efficiency and doing it the way you would want to do it, you have to have a CRM, you have to have a system and a software that you can be able to see the numbers, people know what to do and when to do it.
That makes so much sense. Exactly what you said. You have to be able to replicate your process in a way that someone else can take over. It's going to be extremely hard for you to manage your business as the CEO if you don't have a system in place that, again, takes care of the tasks that have to happen more than once systematically. And I like to sometimes say automatically, but in this term, I want to say systematically. We want this to happen every time, no matter what. If you as the CEO need to fly out to another state and take care of another deal, or you have other things going on, you're applying for these government contracts, it takes 6 hours and 20 hours, 20 days and 6 hours to do it. You still want these systems in place, maintaining and growing your business.
So what systems allow you to do, right? CRM, any kind of all systems, and employees also, right? When you have it systematically, it allows you to work on higher leverage things. As you said, going after bigger contracts, shaking hands with people, because your dollar amount of what you're working on, right? Your job is to go in and bring in the bigger dollars. To go say, okay, I can't work on $10 hour task. I'm going to get $30 hour situations, right? So a lot of people. So sometimes people delegate too fast, right? They're like, oh, I'm ready to be CEO today. I said, you don't have the right mindset, man. And you're trying. And this is what happens when we don't have that right mindset. We're trying to get out of the work today, and you give up the $10 hour work, right? $20 hour job, but you don't have nothing to replace it with, right? So you're not going after $50 hour projects, right? You're not going after $100 hour projects because you don't have a CEO mindset. You think that CEO is just like, all right, now I'm CEO, I don't do no work. No, it's just different work.
That's the furthest thing from the truth. It's just a different type of work. Your work isn't going to be, in the physical home, with the broom and the mop and the vacuum. Your work is going to be more so networking, ensuring that your systems are working properly, And when you do see your systems in place, if something goes wrong with your system, you are the person who needs to fix the process as opposed to, dealing with these other things.
Yeah, of course. So having a CRM, that's just one aspect, and understanding that when you have that system in place,
Mm-hmm.
you can go and bring in 10 jobs, right? If you bring in a land of hey, we got 8 offices, right? You have one of your contracts, 8 offices, that brought in 8, 10, 15 jobs for people, right? And so that work was worth $1,000 an hour, $1,500, and that's what we have to understand, that's where we going for the higher leverage.
Yeah.
So anyways, a CRM, customer relationship management system software, and it allows you to actually have a system process where you can talk to your customers, make sure you're following up with your customers, and making with your potential customers, and making sure that you know what's going on. You can see the conversations. You can do a lot of things. We could be here all day if I went to the nuances of what a CRM could do, but understanding that. But the last point about a CRM, once again, don't just go out and run and get a CRM. Get a CRM, right? We've customized top local reach CRM. We've customized, and for cleaning companies, right? And the reason why is that when you go get a CRM, you want to map out your plan. What do I need from the CRM?
Yeah.
Most of these CRMs are just created just to be like, hey, it's just a white blank canvas.
Yeah.
So you have to go map it out first, then go say, okay, this is what I want out of my CRM. Can you do that?
A lot of us don't even know that we need a CRM until we understand what it does. So sometimes I think some good advice too would be just, what is your sales and marketing process?
Mm-hmm.
Once you have that down packed, then you can understand exactly how a CRM can exponentially blow your whole thing. You know what I mean? Like blow it up, scale it up immediately. You're just, the kind of automations and things you can set up through a CRM is just something you're not going to be able to do at that pace at the time that when you have something working systematically for you. So
yeah, that's it. So anyways, I said, check out a CRM, see if you need it. If you already have one, how can you improve on it, right? And once again, we hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're enjoying the video. See you in the next video, The Business of Cleaning, where we help cleaning business owners go from self-employed to CEO. See you again.
thank you.